12 days of Beardsmas, day number 6. We gotta have 2 hands to count now. Hey, what has been your favorite day so far? Don't type it. We don't want to get too many comments down there. We want to let you guys get into the giveaway later, but put it out in the atmosphere. Put it out into this world. I want to hear it. I don't want to see it. I want to hear it. What has been your favorite day so far? Today, of course, we have another company. We got another beard, and we got another giveaway. Stick around, guys. We are back again with Royal Beardsman. I'll put up over here the forever discount code of DanC for 10% off. A little appetizer at the beard of the day in a few minutes here. It's actually going to be a pirate. Why? Because Royal Beardsman kind of has that pirate theme. They've got a lot of scents that are in that pirate world, and they're from Florida, right? We had actual pirates in history that were in that area. What I want to highlight about Royal Beardsman today is we know that they have 2-ounce bottles of beard oil, which bring a great value, especially if you look at it per ounce with the price. But one of my favorite things they offer is their sample pack. I don't have it in front of me because if I ever had any in, I'm giving it out to my friends to be able to try this awesome company out. But they have such good packaging and labeling on it and really good size samples. For me, a lot of the samples out in the beard world are not good enough for a single use. I use a full dropper or more for this beard, and some samples are smaller than that. They have a great size sample, and they offer all of their scents, and it comes in this nice little like rectangle box. Super well done. A lot of you ask, how does this company have samples? I want to try them out, but I don't want to commit. Hey, give their samples a look, try the scents, try the feel without putting too much money into it. Beard of the day with a little mini history lesson. Today we are going to feature, boom, Pirate Jean Lafitte. Now, he may be the pirate that saved Louisiana and all of America. Now, I know that is a bold statement, but get comfortable, have an open mind, and hear me out on this one. I love early American history. So the early days of Lafitte is disputed. It is not very clear, but we do know he was likely born in France. He was separated from his brother or his half-brother at the time, and then at some point wound up in Louisiana. Well, when he was in Louisiana, he didn't have any siblings, he didn't have any friends, so he said he spent his time exploring the wetlands and swamps of Louisiana. He even went on to say that he knew more about the wetlands in that area than any human on the planet. Now, is that true? Who knows? But his understanding of those waterways is going to pay big dividends later on in this story. So eventually he meets back up with his brother. They open up a warehouse in New Orleans, and this warehouse was a place where they would they would manage, distribute, and sell stolen goods. These were from different pirates and privateers that would come into them. They would make the connections. They would get a cut of the money. But the US kind of got a hold of this and said, nah, you're not going to do this anymore. So the brothers moved to a bay that was outside of Louisiana, and they were doing the same thing. But then they quickly caught on to, hey, the profit margin will be a lot better if we cut out the middleman and we just take it ourselves. We become the pirates, even though they didn't like to use the term pirates. They thought of themselves as privateers or like hired hands, oftentimes by countries, which we'll get to. But they essentially did that. They started stealing the goods. They started selling the goods, and they were doing really, really well. They did have some run-ins with the U.S. government. They had some guys that were captured, that were thrown in prison, including Jean Lafitte's brother, Pierre Lafitte. And what happens is, in the year of 1812, anybody that knows history in this area knows 1812, well, the U.S. declared war on the British. Now, this was going to be a major battle that was going to happen at sea. That's going to be extremely important. Well, at the time, the U.S. had a very depleted and small navy. There was not much, especially around the area of New Orleans. We just recently had acquired that territory. We just wanted to buy the city of New Orleans from Napoleon and the French. And essentially, they came back and said, how about you buy the whole entire thing? We'll give you this Louisiana territory. And we're like, sure. We just wanted the Mississippi because that was such an important bloodline of the United States, but also a really important port. But we didn't have the navy to back it up at the time, while the British did. They had a very well-established, very powerful navy, and both sides knew that there was going to be kind of those free agents in the middle, the pirates and privateers, that were going to make the difference. So the British struck first. They got to Lafitte and said, hey, join our side. We'll give you this. We'll give you that. please. And then the US heard about it and was like, hey, easy, killer. Don't join them. We will get your brother out of prison. He'll miraculously escape, which was the actual record. They said his brother escaped from prison. We'll pardon all of your crimes, all of your guys' crimes, and we'll kind of hook you up, maybe give you some land and stuff once we win. How does that sound? Lafitte kind of played both sides, but eventually, thinking that he could outrun and get away from the US afterwards more easily than he could the British, he selected the US and went to fight with them and actually played a major role in the War of 1812. The Battle of New Orleans, Andrew Jackson, infamous rifleman in the Battle of New Orleans, leader down there, came in, knew that the spot where the British was going to attack would be the port of New Orleans, but also knew they were very weak. So he got Lafitte. Lafitte got some of his guys. They got some ships. They were going to set up their line of defense. And Jean Lafitte came in and said, hey, Jackson, we don't have the resources to be able to establish and hold this line. I think we need to fall back farther into the wetlands, into the swamp, where I know it, and I have that home court advantage. I will understand it better than them. We can set up some traps. We could get some things going for us. Jackson said, do it. Everybody listened to him. The British came in. It went exactly like Lafitte said, defeated them. Amazing. A pirate that was, his brother was thrown in prison, that the U.S. had ransacked their warehouses and their island, was helping the U.S. beat the British in the Battle of New Orleans. Really, really cool. Well, from there, Lafitte went on to Galveston, an island, and set up a colony and was having some success. It was rapidly growing, but then some things happened. He got into some conflict with some natives. They essentially kidnapped a girl. Then the native came back to attack. They killed, it was not good. And then from there, a hurricane wiped out a bunch of people. And then he essentially bounced from place to place. He set up some ports in Cuba, and then he set up some ports in South America, but kind of the whole time he was working as a privateer and then was attacking these ships. And then we fast forward to the end, and he tried to attack these two Spanish vessels that he didn't think were heavily armed. There wasn't good visibility, and they ended up being heavily armed, but he had, the first strike was very good for Lafitte. The British ships, or not the British, I apologize, the Spanish ships seemed like they were going away, and essentially they were setting up their counterattack. They came back very heavily, absolutely destroyed Lafitte and his crew. Lafitte was injured in this battle. By the morning, he had passed away, and they buried him at sea, and that was it. But especially in Louisiana and other areas in the Bay in the Gulf of Mexico, he's known as a legend. He's known as someone that saved the area. He has really cool monuments set up for him in museums in Galveston. So he has a huge name, and it surprises me that not a lot of people know about him. So hopefully you guys learned something today, or if you are a fan of him, you're able to kind of revisit those stories and enjoy this time. Giveaway time. I cannot believe we are doing 12 legit, pretty major giveaways in a row. I mean, I guess I can believe it because this is the third year in a row of doing it, but it's still, every time I do, I'm like, man, that's pretty cool. So we're going to announce yesterday's giveaway winner and then let you know how you get into the giveaway today. So yesterday was a 2-oil combo from Whiskey and Hardtack, and I need to know your government name if you win, your shipping address, and then which 2 cents you would like, all right? So let's see who it's going to be. Random comment generator, as long as you follow the rules. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who is at the door? 1, 2, 3. Who's it going to be? Boom. Congratulations, get a hold of me. I'm excited for you to try out this fantastic company. And let's segue into another fantastic company. Royal Beardsman is giving away a $50 gift card for you to purchase anything from them. So the rules, you don't know what it is. You got to stay, you got to listen, because I might switch it up on you. Rule number 1 will never change. That is, be subscribed to the channel. I don't think that's a lot for me to ask if you are enjoying this content or entering giveaways or just getting entertainment at all. It's free. It's a click. That is it. Thank you guys for that. It does make much more of a difference than you probably realize. And then number 2, leave a comment down below with what would you try from this company or renew from this company if you win that $50 gift card? Are you going to try the oil in a certain scent? What about their whipped butter? What about that sample kit I talked about? They have some fantastic tools that I'm sure I'm going to cover on this series. Let us know in a comment what you want to get with that gift card from Royal Beardsman. All right, guys, thank you for watching today. Oftentimes, a lot of people are interested in pirates, so hopefully I kept that interest for you, and maybe you'll dive deeper yourself and find some more information about Jean Lafitte. All right, guys, thank you so much. DanCBearded, stay bearded and stay positive.